Well, we have the White House announcing that they've launched this new program to crack down on homegrown extremists. Now, I've been warning about this for the longest time. I think it just goes over the heads of most people. They think that it cannot be them. And I'm here to tell you that any American out there is fair game for them to target, especially when it comes to just going through every bit of your material and having no consideration about your privacy whatsoever. Now, I know most people have heard time and time again of all the different hacks and what they're doing. They're following this, all the social media. But Obama tries to come out and say that there's no way, this is what he says, there's no government that is going to have the capacity to read every person's text or post on social media. Now this, in my opinion, is deception, because what they're doing with social media is the opposite. They don't have to have a person sitting there watching over every single thing. What they're doing is they're using algorithms galore. They are using these algorithms with keywords to go in and to pick everything apart. If you're making posts with certain keywords, you get flagged, you get thrown into a pot. If you continue to do this, this is what's going to happen. You see, they're not going to tell you, but what they're doing is they're building a profile on all of you behind the scenes. They've been doing this for the longest time. So while Obama wants to speak to people and say, oh, there's no way we can do all this and that and keep track of it. No, we're not going to give you any funding. But if you want, you can apply for this government grant, which is federal money, taxpayer money here they're taking, and they're hanging it over their head. They're like, if you want the money, we've got the grant, but you've got to abide by our rules. They're getting teams of teachers together and other people to work in this program here. And it's just like going to the police stations across the country, giving them materials, giving them grants. But then when they don't want to abide by the treasonous stuff that's passed along their way, they're told, all right, give us the money back, give us the equipment back, give us all of it back. You see, and there's a problem in this country when your federal workers outnumber the manufacturing workers in this country by 10 million. They have their army that they're paying. The people that sell out, they don't have a problem with taking money, keeping their mouth shut, and saying the hell with their country and other people's privacy and freedoms. It's where people bitch out and buckle at the knees every day in this country to cover their own ass and say the hell with everyone else. And it's because of that mentality that all these people fold and no one stands up to do the right things in this country. Where's all the true patriots at? Well, chances are, if you've ever called yourself a patriot or ever been called a patriot by someone else, you're on their list. And you're on their list of homegrown extremists. Any of you out there that have stockpiled food, water, anyone that has any plan for survival whatsoever, anyone that wants to be self-efficient and not dependent on this government, they don't like you. It's not the government's job to feed you. It is the farmers and we the people. It's not the government's job to do any of it. But yet you've let them slowly erode away our freedoms, put everybody on welfare, Obamacare, Obama phones, all these handouts until the day they pull the rug out from underneath of you. But see, it won't be on Obama's watch. Or will it? All that's still in the air, especially with these new executive orders he puts into place, having these alphabet gangs report back to him in another 6 months when he's not supposed to be in office. And we could go on and on and on about them prying into everything you're doing and blaming this and that. Anything's going down in this country, big time, any big events, it's because they let it happen. Don't you forget that. So from here, it looks like they're putting their crosshairs on patriotic Americans, labeling them homegrown extremists, and they're going to continue to come with their psychiatrist and everyone else, whoever they think is unfit, they've got you in the crosshairs. So I can't stress it enough. I put a video out on one of my other channels, and make sure you're subbed to those other channels, Dabu777 and the J Knight channel. I drop videos over there you're only going to see there, and make sure you're following me on Twitter too, because I'll be dropping more exclusive stuff there, as well as mini updates. And make sure to tune in to If You Only Knew. That's Casey's backup channel for Underground World News. Friday night, we'll be discussing a lot of current events, recaps to all the stuff that's been going on. And also make sure to check out our recent sponsor here, The Essential Drug Store. Chose to go with these guys specifically to serve as an avenue for people to go down if they want to stock up on medical supplies before it hits the fan. I'll leave links. It's been Dabu7. Peace.